measure the length of each section, and I put the white little dots on it to match each section. This is the junction of the head and the neck. This is at the shoulder point, where approximately we will be attaching the forelimbs. And this is the junction of the chest and the waist. And here will be the part where the hind limb is attached. There are 2 dots here. The dot at the back is where the tail will be starting. So if the tail is bending up, we will be going this way. Otherwise, you can bend whenever you want according to the posture you're looking at. And the dot before that is actually the point where the hind limb will be attaching. And when I say hind limb, it's actually the hip point, the hip joint. The hip joint will be attached at this point, and then the hind limb goes from here.
Okay, so when you're working, did you paint those dots there?
Yes, I just...
So what's your process? So you have the skeleton picture like that. Mm-hmm. Do you blow to the size you're going to be using, and then, or you just measure?
Oh, I usually do it on the touch screen, so whatever size I want, I can just move it to the right size.
Okay, on a tablet?
Yeah.
And then you just put the wire there so you have exactly the same measure?
Yes, that's what I do, but you can measure too if you want.
Okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, so just to save some time, I have done the measure beforehand. Mm-hmm. We can use this directly. And then we're going to the limbs. For the limbs, this is one of the forelimb that I measured. If we look at the slide.
Okay, the same slide?
Yeah, the same slide.
Okay.
We are dividing that into the shoulder blade and the upper arm, the forearm, and then the wrist and the paws. And the reason I put those dots there is because that's the joint where we are going to bend. And while building a movable skeleton, we will be bending along these joints to make the posture. And the same goes for the hind limb. We have a dot at the hip point and the joint of the thigh and the hip, and then the knee, the heel, and then the paw.